about it. So let's go about the woman well-being. So
Absolutely.
the topic today is actually the woman well-being. That how important is the woman in the society, and how important is her well-being? Because I think a woman is the person who creates the life and energy at your home. Without her well-being, nothing works properly. Just imagine if your woman in the house is missing, what will happen to your food? What
Ask men.
absolutely ask men. So I think all the men who are not watching it should actually watch, because even it's their duty also to keep their woman happy and work for their well-being.
True.
And I think all the guys out there, all the male, all the females, just take care of each other, take care of the well-being of each other. I think this is what the society needs right now. Very bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there is one common problem that females are facing right now. That's PCOS, PCOD. I think it's all about hormonal imbalances.
Correct.
And
Absolutely.
what I checked, because even I'm a very research person in this, and I checked it last to last year, 30% of the lab reports are of PCOS and PCOD. Rest of the
Yes.
diseases are others. So
Yes.
imagine 30%. So
Absolutely, Ira. Rather, there are a lot of research which is now going on in CIB, and a lot of other elements are, agencies are popping into it to understand what it really is the root cause of it. And till time, nobody has been able to identify the root cause of these issues from a clinical standpoint, right?
absolutely, I add on to it that I was a person who myself suffered from PCOS and PCOD from a really long time, and none of the person could actually help me out. And even I talked to different gynaes, they clearly said to me, from medical point of view, there is no cure.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the same point, they are not even able to tell us why is it happening to us, right? They
Yes,
simply say that there are hormonal imbalances and that is it. But how did those hormonal imbalances really happen to us? Until time, clinically, this has not been identified as to what is the root cause of these things. However, if we look at historically what is happening, and even in the spiritual world, PCOS and working with hormonal imbalances is not something which is very new to us, right? And when we try to understand what are those components who are adding into a woman who is experiencing any kind of a hormonal imbalance, let's say PCOS for that matter. So why is it really happening? If you understand what happens in PCOS is that the male hormones elevate and the adequate amount of female hormones are not produced in the body, and as a result there is a disbalance of the divine masculine, the divine feminine, which happens in every one of us. We all have the divine feminine, divine masculine in us. And eventually, this leads to suppression of the femininity and a higher expression of the masculinity. So, this is how the hormonal things really work out. But when you understand what are the factors that are contributing to this imbalance, right? It could be many. So it's not easy for one to point out, okay, this is the exact reason. But NCIB recently has also found out that women who have had difficult puberty
mm,
and more than that, early childhood traumas which are either coming from the parents or the ancestors or the caretakers. Those are majorly contributing towards issues like these. That's the reason inner child healing has become a mainstream these days, because when we really dive into your subconscious mind to understand what is that you're holding on to, those kind of things and then start to come out. Let me give you an example. It starts with ovaries, right? PCOS is all about ovarian cysts. So when we talk about ovaries, what are ovaries? Ovaries is that point where a woman procreates.
mm,
It's the point of creation, the way that universe creates. It's a microcosm of the universe itself, which is there in a woman's body. We procreate. But when PCOS happens, we are not able to produce healthy eggs, and therefore we tend to gain symptoms which are leading to infertility, right? What does that mean? That means somewhere or the other, the flow of the femininity that is there within us, that's been compromised. And most of the researches that are going on when we're trying to understand the psychological linkage, the emotional well-being and other elements around women's PCOS and her early age, there are tremendous amount of symptoms and correlations coming up that the woman, the child, when she was a child, actually her femininity was suppressed. Either she was not allowed to express what she believes, either she's not allowed to aspire for a career of her choice, or she had so many other siblings that she was undermined. Perhaps the parents were looking for a boy, not for a girl. And even when she's growing up today, when we have women going into a corporate world, there's always a gender war in the corporate world also, right? And when she comes back home also, it's expected that she will fulfill all the roles of a woman in the family. And then when she's compromising on her own health, how do we expect that she's able to overcome all those challenges to ensure her own well-being? And rightly, as you said earlier, if she's not able to have her own well-being in place, how can she ensure the well-being of each and every person in the family?
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Totally.